Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Tech Tuesday. My name is Ben,
I'm Tim.
and we are back doing it for the people, answering questions. We've got 18 comments on our most recent Tech Tuesday. If we have time, we may go to the Facebook page. Why are you laughing?
What? Nothing, man. You just reminded me of times past. So, he speak a bit of the German. I speak a bit of the German. We used to live over there a while back.
Over there.
And we're both bad at it now. Really realizing this. I was quite good in conversation. How much for this beer? I would like 3, please.
I visited Germany. I lived in the Czech Republic.
I lived in Germany and visited the Czech Republic. We went to the same bar once. The Ice Bar.
We did do that.
We did.
Met the same people.
Absolutely.
It'd be really cool. If some of you guys from the Czech Republic are watching this, how's it going? I work for the aftermarket automotive industry now.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys. Oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm jumping the gun. Tim, do you have any questions, quibbles, queries, fashion statement tips for the industry, before the audience, for the people, before we begin this episode of Tech Tuesday?
Fashionably speaking, if you're looking for good accessories to really add to your build, I would go with the Aces Bluetooth module.
Hey,
Let's
there
throw
it
a little
is.
advert up here in my hands. But the thing is, I don't normally go on to preaching about how cool stuff is. I'm a big fan. Personally, a large fan. I'm actually physically a large fan, too. But the thing is, it's a really good piece of equipment. I have tried to break it already. Didn't break it. I did mess up the connector, but I fixed it. But the thing is, it's a really good piece of equipment, and you know, you can do if you leave it plugged in and you take your phone and you're walking outside your vehicle, you can be about 10 foot if it's like in the center console somewhere in the dash. If it's like line of sight, you get like 20-ish, 30 maybe. So that's good. So that means if you got a rail buggy and all the equipment's in the back, you're still good to have your Android phone in front. And yes, we are doing the iOS stuff. Also, if you ever drop a spark plug, you might as well throw it away and buy another one because it's going to give you a headache. Especially if you got headers on your car, because you can't charge for that later.
Yes. It is out. For you guys, it was out yesterday. For us, it's out today. But that being said, it is for Android only right now. iOS is scheduled for September. It really just depends on the licensing.
Yeah,
because
really,
Apple is like that.
We got code people. They do great, but
Yeah.
the thing is, it comes into licensing with
Yeah.
iOS.
With like 3 asterisks. Asterisks. Is that how you say it?
Mhm.
It doesn't matter. But
Asterisks.
yes. But you've seen it. You've seen you've probably seen him talk about it. We've got other reviews out there, and we will continue to push those out. Some people tried it ahead of time.
Big fan.
You all know who you are. I'm very thankful for you guys putting in the work, showcasing what we got.
There is some benefits from time to time of being actually, like, if you're a tuner and you want to be an authorized tuner. Now, I've been cycling through this immense list of folks. We are looking for some criteria, but the thing is, you know, some of y'all, if your head's really in the game, you get the opportunity to do a thing or two with us.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, you're building this project car, give this a, test fit this thing for me. Let me know how it goes.
Yep.
So a handful of our guys out there in the world, they've got some early access to a few things, so there is some benefits. If you're
You might
a tuner,
have to sign a thing. You may have to sign a little piece of paper.
there is some paper to sign, obviously, because it's like same thing we kind of do with influencers kind of thing, like, hey, do this and make media and so on and so forth. So some of those, you'll see them out there on the web, and you're like, how does that guy get that thing? It's like, well,
That's how.
That's it. It's part of an agreement, and there's different levels to it. But yeah, if you're a good tuner and you want to add this into your list of stuff you can do,
Yep.
holler at me.
No, it's true. It's out. It's available. We showcased it a couple weeks ago. $189.99.
That's really
by
not
itself
bad.
is not bad at all.
But it works on all of our systems. It's not just dependent on one or what have you not, and you don't have to got a jackpot and then you got a kill shot and you got to buy 2 different ones.
Yep.
You can just use the same one, just plug it in and let it rip. But if you wanted to buy more, you definitely should. Yeah, you should for sure do that.
You can connect timeout, even though it's Bluetooth. So do make sure
says
that
who?
you're. What do you mean says who?
I've never broke one yet. Did you break one?
I've heard of one being broken of the same variety, like hooking the main to the battery.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's an install smoke it down situation. I was talking about normal breakage.
Oh no, I mean
you've
like
got to actually blow some stuff up to get that, and it's
no.
probably
I just
not
mean make
actually
sure
in the module. It's probably on the ECU because that's where the power hits.
things that would normally be plugged in the way they need to be.
Yeah.
Great. If not, it's not. Well, I've got a Bluetooth module. I'm not going to fry handheld. You won't fry handheld, and you won't fry your phone, but you will fry the module.
Yeah, maybe. Well, it's got the same CAN communication chips that the handhelds do, so if it takes a big nasty voltage spike, you could smoke that thing.
That's what I'm saying. So,
yeah.
Anyway, all that to say,
Ba-da-ba-ba-da.
question 1, we're getting right back into it. Steve Honeycutt 1980 says, another great tip Tuesday, Tech Tuesday.
Right.
Thank you, Aces, on taking the time on the phone. I messed up, didn't follow the vid where Tim said not to use the other people's carb gasket. Use Aces EFI's gasket. Yep, that didn't go so well. When using the other carb gasket, it blocks the map reading and the airflow temperature. Use the one that came in the kit, and what a difference it made. Idle went right where I programmed it to be. So far, going so good. Doing the other work to the Oldsmobile upgrades for the 200 R4 cooling fan, then off the new oil pump, then a little road test. Thank you, Aces. Yeah, we haven't touched on that probably in 2 months.
Sometimes if you're
while.
dependent on the gasket, you can block some stuff that ain't so savory and throws your map way off, makes it overfuel, and gives you a headache, and then you call and you yell and this, that, and the other, and you realize, it's this other gasket.
Don't use cardboard.
Oh, well.
Don't use 4 layers of cardboard.
No, I one time.
And you should be good.
What had happened was. Anyway.
We actually probably, at some point, we should just make a little short of things that we've seen. I'm sure the other companies could do similar stuff.
In a pinch, if you're out on the trail, you can use non-corrugated cardboard.
In a pinch.
From your 12-pack of soda is what you take on the trail. That'll work in a pinch. Not for the long term, but it does seal. Just horrible. What, man? Like you never
Don't do that.
Like you never been out in the woods.
No, I have, just not with a car.
Jeep?
No, no, that's not. Yeah, I mean like hiking. Anyway, No Garage Guy. Hey guys, want to say thanks for the live show. You answered a lot of questions. I'm looking forward to the Deuces Wild for my Toyota 22R build. Website needs updated on distributor options for the master kits, a.k.a. Hunter Freeman. Ooh, actually, this is a good point. I should probably talk about this. So
I might have a tune for that laying around somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah, hit Ben with an email.
Yep. And we could go on about live stuff. We do need to do one. We do need to install more things
all
on
the time.
Live.
Everything live.
But this does bring up an interesting point on the website, and I may have do like a little screen recording while I'm talking about this. But in order to make things simpler, I know, crazy. Why don't we do that normally? But in order to make things simpler, you'll start seeing the product pages becoming more one-dimensional. And what I mean by that is there won't be multiple pages for like the Kill Shot 2 standalone kit, the Kill Shot 2 top-end kit, the Kill Shot 2 master kit. They'll all be one thing. And instead, you add your distributor and coil, and you add your fuel delivery system, and those things add percentages off. Yep. We'll still call them top-end kits, master kits, and stuff like that. It might become more of an internal thing, but to make it feel more like you are building your own kit, that is going to be how that looks on the website. So it's kind of changing as we speak at the moment. I don't know how many pages are like that. I do know Killshot Fusion is exactly like that. So you will start seeing that transition. So if you're seeing things on the website that need to be updated, we're working on that.
Yeah.
But that's the goal. And it should make it easier because let's say you don't want a distributor and coil. You don't have a distributor and coil, and you didn't accidentally click on the top end kit page and that gets stuck with that. So,
Man.
crazy. Wild.
Man.
That was probably very boring. Most people probably skipped that. Anyway, off to the next one.
Yeah. Jeffrey Rigged. An Aces show would be cool.
Would.
Kind of like Hollyfest or LS Fest.
That would be really cool.
I'd definitely take my Buick. You know, I would love that. But there's a lot more growth we have to do before we can take over the whole parking lot. So that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's something I'd like to see is just like a big festival of speed.
Mm-hmm.
Burnouts, drag racing, autocross.
That would be great.
You know, poorly made truck food.
Be a nightmare of planning.
Like,
I wonder who'd have to do that. No, I'm just kidding. But it would be really
I
cool.
vote Benjamin should start setting that up and look at the feasibility when
He could.
projections for 2026 to see
Yeah.
if we could do that kind of thing late summer before next year, or at least have a big
Sure.
old festival of something cool. I would really like
It'd be really
I do
cool.
a lot of small car shows, and recently going into a whole lot of private garages doing other shenanigans. But
Hopefully I'd have my project car by then.
I just want to go to a thing where I get to talk a lot in front of a whole bunch of people and ask really hard questions live on stage and wear a very large straw hat and hand out keychains like a madman.
Dude, that stuff starts coming in, I think. Well, it shouldn't be coming in this week because we're moving.
Oh, yeah, we're definitely moving.
But I think it comes in this week. I don't know what building it's going to, but we'll figure that out later. Ask questions later.
With the keychain tossing, I'm getting very, very accurate.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier to really carry the distance if I throw the metal keychains, by the way.
Yeah, it also hurts.
Well, there's that.
No. Do we need to say this? We are moving.
We're
We've
moving.
talked about that,
We're
but we're moving this
to
week.
a way better facility.
By Monday of next week, we should be operational from the new place.
Yeah, for my department, it's super easy transition. Put stuff in trailer, unload stuff in the corner of a warehouse, get back to work.
I think we'll be off on Friday. Well, the phones will be off on Friday. We will not be off on Friday. But we'll be making all that happen.
It'll be wild.
Over the weekend.
It'll be wild.
Come in on Monday and, kick it on. Hopefully it all works. Like when you're installing a system.
Do you know if I'm supposed to be working this weekend? I'm supposed to be hosting a burnout competition. Anyways, we'll work that out.
Yes. No Garage Guy again says, on another note, trying to drag my 72 Comet to duct tape drags.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's on blocks in the desert right now, but I've been getting junkyard parts together so I can spend my budget on a Killshot 2 and keep costs as low as possible. Aces will most likely be the only new parts on the build, from junkyard to drag strip, I hope. That'll be great. The only thing that you will have to worry about from my experience last year is how hot it gets. It gets hot out there in Tucson.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy.
With that in mind, be more selective of your fuel system. Even though the surge tank is very good, under the hood with heat and desert heat, you're going to boil your oil or your fuel.
Yep.
So.
Yep. We saw people do that. I saw it on a Royal Flush out there last year. I would really like to go out there again, but we're doing not duct tape drags. We're doing Six Smokies that week.
Oh, yeah. I forgot we're doing that.
If we can split up and go to 2 shows, I know Reed wants to do that, but I don't know if we can actually do that.
Literally in my backyard.
Yep.
So,
but either way, Duct Tape Drags is, one of those shows that we really enjoyed going to. It was surprisingly a large amount of Aces systems out there. So you may have to team up with some of those guys out there.
Let's see. Thumperandboe. I race dirt track, and I have convinced them to let me use an Aces fuel injection on my car.
Let's go.
I want to go with you guys. Be wording that soon. That's awesome.
Sweet.
Let me know how the thing picks up on the dirt track. I mean, we've we've experimented with some stuff out there, but the tuning's interesting because like a lot of people are using like weird combinations of fuel because like there'll be an unlimited class and they'll be running 100 low lead, av gas, no O2 sensor, got a big hater pipe sticking out the side type still.
What is this? Like
Floating
a
the front
Baja?
wheel.
What does it mean? Like, what is that?
You never been to a fight? I mean, a dirt track race? I went to a fight a few years ago and a dirt track race broke out. It's great. I did that at a hockey game once too.
Yep.
But the thing is, it's so much fun, dude.
I might have to check that out.
Oh my God, we're in the mecca of dirt track, so you can.
I know, like dirt bikes.
No. This is way more interesting.
Is this like the ones where the cars are all beat up?
That's every racing event, sir.
Well, I mean, like.
Oh, you've been to our parking lot,
I'm gonna start
huh?
digging a hole here, so let's not.
Dirt track is a hoot. I think Ben needs to go.
Yeah, I'd be down to go. Gotta get my hands on my car first. Okay, Cody Fox, 9596. I just put my turbo truck on the dyno. I tuned it. It's a turbo 4.8 and on 18 psi.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay.
Yep.
And 12.5 degrees. It made
Okay.
667
Oh, made good torque too.
and horsepower and 700 pounds of foot-pounds. Foot-pounds? Is that what? Am I reading that correctly?
Pound-feet of torque.
Pound-feet of torque. Foot per pound. To the tire. It has a jackpot light kit, but I traded a guy my 5-inch dash for his 7-inch Pro Dash and got the GPS speed. It doesn't read it at... Wait. Just doesn't read it. Has maybe 3 times in the past 2 months, but the 5-inch worked every time. I've updated it and checked the setting. Should I just wire the GPS Wi-Fi expander under the dash, or is there something else to do? But love the system so far on the 2006 Silverado single cab, all wired through factory relay box.
Yeah. So with that GPS expander, that's always a good method. I mean, it just gives more line of sight to the sky and promotes the signal internal of the vehicle. It could be blocking it. Some of the older 7 inches, like we changed the design on how powerful that chip is, because it's the same GPS chip in your cell phone that's in those handhelds. That's why we did it, because they're like really, really stable.
Mm-hmm.
But depending on the mount, the aluminum backing on it, and a whole bunch of other factors about the vehicle can interrupt that signal. So put that promoter on there. I think you'll have a way better time.
Yeah.
It doesn't physically wire into it. It just gets some power to it and does its job. So, just so you know.
Yeah. I butchered the last question, so I feel like it's only fitting that you do the next one.
John Doe -CK3PR. Sounds like a radio station. That's awesome.
It does.
So, thanks for answering my question about can tunes. My kill shot, fuel system, and coil can in yesterday.
Let's go.
I have a Hall Effect distributor from Jegs. I was planning on using it with an MSD6 box. Would this work with your timing and moderate 10-pound boost applications? It really depends on how you hook it up. If you're keen on a lot of knowledge on setting up that MSD box, you can always go that route. It does a great job.
Yep.
I've used those things for years. Or if you're going to feed the Hall Effect signal to our system and allow the kill shot itself
to do the timing.
to trigger the MSD box, yeah, you can set up a pretty nice timing table with that as well. Don't make it dependent on boost. Just set up a good 2D table so as it gets into boost, it'll do the timing appropriately.
Am I correct that our
Normally.
ECUs by themselves put out the same spark capacity as an MSD6AL?
It's pretty close.
Yeah. So
Slightly different kind of power, but pretty close as in overall energy.
yeah. So you may not even need to mess with that if it's easier.
Positive vibes, man.
But
you got all the components to make that thing just get to hopping and popping.
I mean, I've pulled up to many car shows and people are running kill shots with MSD6ALs.
It's a good old box.
But I didn't realize that the settings were so similar just based on pure spark output from the ECU. So
our coils have a different amount of output windings on the secondary, so it can take in normal stable power as it goes, but then when it outputs, it's a little bit more of a violent thunderstorm as it goes. A lot more lightning.
Yep.
That's just
do
because
it, not do it. It's up to you.
Once we really, when we get our coil manufactured, what we really want out of it. So
Mm-hmm.
we do have that custom need. But you can use other coils with our stuff too. You
Yeah,
just have to be pretty selective.
absolutely.
Like my Tahoe's, it's running an MSD 6 coil, which looks just like our coil, but it just puts out a little bit less energy. But it's still a really good coil.
And those Fusions can do the canister coil, which I think
the
we
Fusions
talked
can
out
do that.
last.
It's got 2 drivers
Crazy.
in it that back each other up.
Some of those early guys probably would have my head, as I
There's
would tell them you
some of the
couldn't
new
use that.
systems got a bit of a coil performance mode and safety mode that I can't wait to talk to you guys about.
It's true.
Super nerd.
SalemComputer. SalemComputer. Interesting. I have a Royal Flush coming. What is the major differences between all the TB throttle body systems? I've bought previous other manufacturer systems and was upset when I found out that features were missing and I had to buy another model. I think that is the reason I bought this unit, but it would be nice to have you explain the features of the Killshot versus the Royal Flush versus the Jackpot versus the Fusion, etc. Also, is the EGT metrics useful on a street car?
Not so much in a TBI application for the EGT metrics.
I mean, you can use them.
Now, when it
I've had
comes
people
to
use them.
the TBI stuff, we do have a couple of sheets out there on the web that does explain the apples and oranges of the whole thing. But if you start at the bottom and go to the top, you got the Fusion. It's got the ECU on the side. All the basic features, works really good. Still has time and control and does all that
Very
stuff if you want to
affordable.
hook it up. We got the Killshot. It's just a standard issue. We've had that for
I don't
a
know
while.
if we have the Killshot anymore.
Yeah, it is what it is. But
Did have the Killshot.
that's what. So let's just go Fusion.
Yep.
That's good.
Killshot
Basic
2.
stuff. We got the Killshot 2. That's better. It's got more features, and the Killshot 2 can expand into a dual quad setup if you really want it to.
Yep.
Then we got, on top of that, we'll have the
Royal
Royal
Flush.
Flush,
Yep.
which has a CDI box, so it puts out a lot more spark energy, like 220 millijoules at max.
Yep.
And decent dwell timing, but also you can set up a rev limiter, launch control, and all that jazz as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then you start getting over into like the multi-port stuff.
Yep.
Which is like Wildcard, which is like your more basic version, but still very, very good. Make good horsepower, has a good spark with good controllability, individual fuel. And then you have the Joker variant, which is basically
The Royal
CDI
Flush
box,
of multi-port.
So it has the launch control, rev limiter, and all that. Nitrous retard. Most systems have nitrous retard.
Yep.
Jackpot. There's I don't even know how many variations.
Jackpot
at this point.
LS, Jackpot Hemi, Jackpot LT.
Yeah. LT we're still working out because we're doing a whole bunch of really neat stuff with that, but it is a thing that's on the edge of that radar. So,
And-
because I built a motor and I sent it to the engineering department, and I do miss having that in my department, so I'm going to have to buy another one and build another one.
Yep. TBI also has the 2-barrel, which is the Deuces Wild, and then
Yeah.
we also have our own version of the MSD6AL, which is better in every single way possible, the High Roller. And it's only $100.
High Roller's a good one. I like it a lot.
$150.
Well, that's for the basic one. You get the slightly sportier model on that. You get a lot more controllability,
Sure.
rev limiters and whatnot,
Sure.
and you can run it right through the Bluetooth module if you buy one of those, and set up all the, timing curve and all that stuff.
Yep.
I'm a big fan. I made a video with the Project Stanky Bins. They were running a factory
We got videos.
welded, locked out
You can look it up.
distributor on that. But yeah, I kind of go through the how to set up a decent timing curve and total timing and all that stuff that I went through. So
Yeah.
next.
Yeah, that was a lot. But we should probably come up with a separate video and just kind of go through those.
Oh, we'll do a separate
Yeah, I
video on
think we
that.
could-
That'll be good fun.
That's something
we'll
I can
really
do. That's not even that.
Ben
hard.
can do it.
I'm on it. All right. Sketchy
Make one of my guys do it.
decisions. Sketchy decisions.
Yeah. Running a 5.3 turbo with a 4L80E on my 1955 Oldsmobile.
Yep.
That's when they were Oldsmobile tanks, because them things were made of metal. The car has a jackpot with trans control. That's a plus.
Yep.
Is there a way to show the current gear in the handheld? Yes, there is. Current gear logic. I don't see it, but maybe I'm missing it. Not what gear selector it is in, but what gear is commanded by the ECU. I have that in my logs, but things keep it up to good work. Yeah, if you go in there, you change your display to like current gear logic, I think it's called in there. It'll tell you like gear 1, gear 2, gear whatever. Not what gear you've placed it in, but what gear the transmission is in. So all those logic switches, the 1, 0, 0, 1, and what have you not inside that transmission.
Yep.
For the pressure transducers.
Yeah.
Hope that helps. Hope that helps.
Jason Littlejohn. Would you guys consider offering a jackpot tuning class for those who can't afford to tune by a professional tuner?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did a tune class this weekend. I've been low-key doing this over the last year at a bunch of different shops around Tennessee and Kentucky.
He's going to have his own classroom.
I'll have my own classroom.
Here in just a couple days.
As soon as they stop looking, I'm going to post. I'm going to ask Ben to post for me a public invite of kind of like a thing where you go in there, you get on the list, and I'm going to host maybe 10, maybe 20 people max. I've got to kind of do it as smaller groups, but I want to try to do this, several times a year to where I can get some folks in there to where we can actually sit down and talk about some things, look at a car, connect the laptop, and go through all the good basics in person.
Yeah.
And
it'll be
then
good.
try to convince them to let me live stream the whole thing. But it's 8
We'll
hours.
We'll do it.
It'll be 8 hours. It'll be a whole Saturday.
Wait, an 8-hour live stream?
Or whatever. I just need one media guy for it. Somebody takes some pictures, group photos, or in those rare situations that we have people from a competitor, try to keep them out of the photos because they'll love to show up, but they don't want to know. They don't want to be known that they're there. I know a lot of people in the industry, and a lot of people are like, I'll do a private class, but don't tell nobody. I'm all about sharing information. I don't, say you be a CEO of something, man. Come on over, man. Let's talk about it. I don't mind. I'll share with you everything, every bit of thing I got, as long as it's not like super proprietary.
He's not wrong.
Don't mind that it's so late in the afternoon. Time always flies when we have so much fun with you, the people. We love to read your comments.
We do.
And
this is
we
actually
encourage you
really
to make
fun.
suggestions, tear us down, build us up, whatever you want to do. We're here for you. We only literally do these interactions for you.
Correct.
It's not for our own personal ego or sales or any. Actually, I think this hurts sales probably because we're giving information out. But we're here for you.
Now we actually, there's a time where, our jobs, so to speak, are so busy, quote unquote, that we wouldn't do Tech Tuesday, and our owner just basically said, "Don't ever let that happen again."
That was awesome. I'm happy he got yelled at, not me.
That's the.
That's fact.
Seriously, it's not even just us. Like, the whole vision behind Aces comes to this fruition that we want to help answer questions, help be personal. One of the best and most commonly asked things or stated things is that this is a very real dynamic.
Right on.
Because it is.
It's, we're trying to keep it real out here. I mean, I know there's, even though I work for the company, I'm still out here doing stuff. I'm leaving work tonight to go build a 6-liter LS motor for a friend of mine. That's going to be great. I wish I could take you guys along with me. But that's what I do in my personal life. Build transmission, build a motor, tune a thing, do another thing, go do wheelies in a parking lot, whatever it is. Or spin a wheelies, as I've heard donuts being called nowadays. I love that.
That's actually crazy.
And put that on the T-shirt. All right, Eric Wilson, 9498. I would be absolutely great if Aces offered to sell a tune that I could use on my 347 with my specs. We would love to do that, but hashtag the caveat being there's a lot of liability when it comes to if you give us the specs and we try to make a tune and it's just not right and you send all those very expensive 347 stroker pistons out the bottom of your oil pan, then we're kind of hung out to dry on that one, unfortunately. But there will be an opportunity down the road that we offered canned tunes with the right amount of paperwork so people can do it. So if somebody has a nice, spicy, very similar spec 347 stroker and we verified it and said, that's a pretty good tune, there's nothing crazy going on here, and you signed a thing that says, check, yes, I agree that this may not be a good tune for the vehicle, blah, 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 legal department stuff, so on and so forth, hashtag Timothy. Yeah.
And that hashtag Timothy will be there. I'll make sure of it.
Yeah. So, and then you put it in there and it runs real good. And the next guy might have a slightly off, different quench, different piston, whatever. Poof. Yeah. Not so good. So we got to be careful about that. But it is something with Project Repository that I want to start pushing. But
absolutely,
literally have to get the dynos set back up in the new location and start melting tires.
Yeah.
Because I've got some tunes. They're great. But we also have to build that out in the site. I have to work with e-commerce and media and all kinds of other people. And thousands of files I have to comb through and then start releasing them. And I'm going to do them in sections like small block stuff,
Yeah.
different fuel types, Ford stuff, LS stuff, Hemi
Yeah.
stuff. Not a lot of Hemi tunes out there, but I'm sure.
Really not.
I'm sure I can scumbag a few.
HAWHighAltitudeWhips. Got a kill shot unit on a small block Chevy 350 stock with a GT45 turbo setup on E85 non-IC.
You know what that means?
No intercooler.
Oh my God, he got it right.
You're joking.
Yep. Thank you, Chrysler.
We're I can't even finish this. We're trying to tune the car and was trying to data log the unit. When I try to data log it on the handheld, I can't see any data, so I can't tell where the AFRs are and RPM and boost. When I have the laptop connected, it's very slow to react to live data. I tried to data log on the laptop, but the data log says cannot open a log. Is there a fix for this?
Well, it's funny because you start log, but I wouldn't go to start log. What I would do is I would go to the strip chart feature and set up all the parameters you want to see, because whenever you hit stop on that, you can just comb it back, just like you do in HP tuners, where you can just dial it back a little bit and look at all the different things. I use that as more of a valuable data logger than the actual data logger itself, as I found out recently, because I do a lot of really fast-paced tunes on different cars, my personal stuff, so on and so forth. Or when I'm teaching a class, like I try to get people to the fastest method of doing a thing instead of the long version of make a file, do a thing, look at the file in the data logger, so on and so forth. So I would use the strip chart function on that to get that good, fast live data. And honestly, it's a little bit overactive too. Like, it is a little bit much, because you look at it in a data log and it's a little bit slower. You look at it in the live strip chart, it's way quicker. Because you'll find yourself fighting a lean bog that honestly really ain't there, but the data showed that it was because it just reads that much. Oh, he's talking about... so in the handheld, where you're data logging, you have to go ahead and to select all. You have to go in there and go to the settings and select all under the data logging. I forgot to say that. Sorry, my apologies. Hope that helps. But Franco2176, is it possible to get a tour of Aces? I'll be in the area week of Labor Day.
Yeah, give us a call.
Yeah, that's as we get a new facility, that will be more of a realistic thing, as long as it's not like, you just show up and knock on the door and demand a thing.
Yeah.
Like, this is stuff that has to be set up and approved, because there's a lot to do with that, like safety measures, because we have a warehouse and forklifts and people and,
That's actually a good point. We may not be able to do it as quickly as Labor Day, because there'll have to be processes of, like, certain people can't go into the warehouse.
Yeah.
He's going to have a building out back for R&D, so
I'll probably still be
certain
building
people
that
can't go
building
back
at that
there.
point, really.
So
that's, well, with the building thing, it's like really dependent on if we're not running the thing and doing all kinds of scary, hazardous related things, then that's probably a little bit more acceptable. But that's something we need to look into and actually work out all the iron out all the details on.
For
to
sure.
see, like, how can this be a thing?
Yeah, but it will be a thing, because the media room will also have a history of Aces wall that people can come and check out, and it'll function a little bit like a storefront in the end. I think we'll have a receptionist, and we'll have
we'll be doing
things
Tech
to look
Tuesday
at.
And somebody kick the door open and be like,
That won't happen.
Y'all sell parts?
That won't happen. I will have that closed.
I need a hood for my Camaro. We actually that was that happened. Remember that? The Camaro
I do.
guy?
Actually, we actually had a guy walk in before HR was a thing, and we were working at 9 o'clock p.m., and somebody walks in, just casually starts looking around. Can I help you, sir? I believe it was you that said that.
Yeah.
Can I help you, sir? I'm just looking around.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had a couple weird ones.
I'm sure you guys have had those instances, especially you guys that have a shop.
I've had a crispy one come into the back door one time. That was wild, man. That dude was like, "Hey, man,
the
use
stories
your
we could
bathroom?"
tell.
No.
We probably have
outta
to
here.
leave that for another
Oh,
episode. South Edge Drag Racing. Is there a way to improve the resolution of the vehicle tables to match better with the Learn tables?
We have done that with the new generation systems. We're using a bigger, nastier processor, the V60 chip, which you'll see on our site is some comparison.
You're going to see
we've made.
Things
31 by 31.
You'll see our products say 2 on them.
Yep. Those are the ones that will have the bigger table. We tried to do it in the first generation, but it just is overtaxing on how much RAM is on board that processor. So we got around that because we viewed it to be very important to do this, even now and in the future.
Yep.
So
and eventually, that's all the ECUs that will be available.
Pretty much, yeah.
WayFab 12. I keep reading them. You go.
Man, he caught on. Anyways, WayFab, is there support for changing the dash screen and putting custom gauges and colors?
Eventually, yes.
Yeah, we're actually actively working on that. I was part of a little brief meeting where it was going through a whole bunch of schemes and ideas and things and concepts and whatnot. So
there's some really cool stuff.
There's some pretty sweet ones in there. There's some pretty sweet ones in there.
It'll be awesome. And if I'm saying they're cool, I mean.
Yeah, I'm a big fan. So we'll be doing some more stuff with some dashes and custom stuff here down the road.
Yep.
Then you'll see a whole flood of them when it comes to the actual phone app too to follow that thing.
Yeah.
gparkd. That's Gravity Park. He probably has a sweet lowrider. Just guessing, because gravity brake.
Fair enough.
Greetings for Ecuador.
What's up?
Let's see. O2 sensor replacement questionnaire. I have a 79 Fox Body 302. I have a Kill Shot Fusion. Good choice. We'll be doing the exhaust, and we'll be doing the exhaust before install. The setup will consist of shorty headers, 2.5-inch pipe, H pipe, and a dump. How many inches before the H pipe should the O2 sensor be located? I would be more concerned about how many inches from the collector flange before you get there, because about 8 inches past the collector on either side is going to be pretty good.
Yep.
Just don't put it around the dumps if you got those. Don't put it in there because it will read a false thing. So I have to have the dumps after the O2 sensor. If it has it before, it does leak a bit of atmosphere in there. I've been all about the hand gestures today, in case you guys haven't noticed.
That's it.
That's
it. All from last week.
We're in.
18 questions in.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man, my mic wasn't on this whole time.
Don't say that. Bluetooth module.
I love it.
Good Guys, California. Stay tuned for that. I know some of you guys are on the West Coast. We'll have more details to come as that goes along. Trying to work that out with moving. Be weird because you send the stuff out from here, but then it comes back to a different location.
Yeah. Positive vibes,
moving stuff.
Positive vibes.
No, it is really cool. And we are growing, and it is fantastic to watch and see. Some of you guys have been here since the beginning. It's just another milestone. So we're very thankful for all of your support. All of you guys have stuck around, decided to listen to some marketing guy out of college and a guy who worked at SpaceX.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
I forgot I used to do that.
No, it has truly been a pleasure. I'm super excited for what the future holds. And, maybe we'll have to do some kind of Aces kickoff party at the new facility and do things like that. That'll be our first show.
Yeah.
Be a little bit easier to plan.
Or we could just, instead of answering questions, just take turns playing songs on acoustic guitar.
Could do that, too. And you probably don't want to listen to that.
Oh, come on now.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this episode of Tech Tuesday. If you liked it, feel free to leave a like down below. If you have questions about Aces fuel injection or EFI in general, feel free to leave those in the comment sections, and we will do our best to get to it in our next Tech Tuesday video. If you know anybody that is thinking of switching to fuel injection, point them our way. We'd love to help them out in any way we can. Tim, thank you so much for joining us in the studio.
Oh, thanks, man.
One of our last times at this studio. Almost at the new building.
Don't say that, man.
And, thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We'll see all of you in the next video. Bye for now.
Bye now.